Hey geeks!
Hey geeks! Morning.
Alright, so we've got some movie news for you today.
Yes, we do's. Oh yeah.
So, looks like, Rev,
Yes.
Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice has finally finished shooting.
Yeah, I did see the official tweet on it.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. This is the first time I think there's been two superheroes fighting against each other in a film that I can recall.
For now, anyway.
Yeah.
Because then Captain America 3 is going to be Civil War, which is going to be Iron Man versus Captain America, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's finally finished shooting. I am excited because that means hopefully we get some trailers soon.
Yes.
Well, I want my trailers.
Yeah. Well, we can obviously tell who you would be rooting for. Unfortunately, I really need to get on the ball and get
I'm a bat geek. So.
Superman shirt because I would totally pick Superman.
Oh. No.
The embodiment of alien justice.
You break my heart. Break my heart. The embodiment of the everyman hero. Yes.
True.
So I'm excited for that. So that's our first piece of movie news that we have to talk about. At a later date, we will be doing a more in-depth discussion of things we hope for the movie, because honestly and straight up, Batman vs. Superman, all future DC movie projects ride on this film. True. I know that they have released this, various infographics and various lists of these movies being released over the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I know that they've released this list, but let's all be honest. The future of DC comic movie stuff rests on this, how well this movie does.
Well, basically, there's two movies, honestly. Because you have Batman vs. Superman, and then we have Suicide Squad, which is also another DC.
True.
But this one's going to come first,
yeah.
And it's going to be hard, I think. Well, I think DC has the character universe to rise up.
Oh, they totally do. And here's the thing, DC in a way is being kind of smart, because they are literally taking over TV.
Yeah.
Marvel
definitely.
really only has, for the most part, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. going on,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
which is an amazing show. Avid Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. person here. Yeah. I love that show. Go Agent May. But
I just like that it's.
But DC is very casually kind of slipping in, and we've got Arrow, Flash, Constantine, Gotham, which is an amazing show. If you have not watched that, you need to. It's amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
And they're putting out really good content. And then on the other hand, they're also slowly slipping movies out.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing that. And everyone's like, oh, they've got a lot of ground to cover with Marvel, blah, 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 blah. Well, they're kind of covering ground, but in different ways, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, Marvel is a big juggernaut as far as the superhero films are doing right now. I mean, they have a big shadow.
I do think both comic areas have kind of biffed their shit.
Okay.
Because
how so?
They have lost element of surprise. The way that they have released, they've thrown out pretty much their plan of, these movies are going to come out this year, these movies are going to come out this year, these movies are going to come out this year, all the way down for the next 6 years.
The TV show ties into this, yada yada.
Instead of, think about it this way, the first couple Iron Man films, at the very, you had little teasers
Yeah.
Like the end of one of the Iron Mans, you saw Thor's hammer in the middle of the desert. And
Yep.
you're just like, oh my god! Holy crap, there's gonna be a Thor movie!
Yeah,
You
or
know?
at least you're hoping there is.
Yeah, like, holy shit, that's the
Yeah.
only thing that could be. Like, they've completely blown that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I already know that's coming out.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, that's gonna be pretty.
I think in a way that's good for them. So like their loyal followers, we get to anticipate all these great films coming out. But I also think it's a curse at the same time because, like when Iron Man dropped, I was like, holy crap, Iron Man, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I get to see live action movies of superheroes that I read about as a kid, which is cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's one thing. So there's a lot of pressure and a lot of things riding on Batman versus Superman.
Yep.
And honestly, it is the future of DC being able to make movies other than Batman.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much proven you can make a Batman movie and that shit's gonna sell.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Oh yeah.
Superman, kind of.
Hasn't had the following as Batman.
No, it hasn't.
But-
Even though he's extremely popular as a superhero.
Yeah.
You know.
I think the problem with the Supermans is they were.
You can't
The story was too rushed. You didn't really get to know who Clark.
Or Superman Returns.
Yeah, you didn't really get to
With
know
Brandon Roth?
Clark and Lois and his struggle, like of being an alien in a human world, but trying to fit in, but kind of.
Well, I think the Christopher Reeve Supermans were amazing.
Yes. Hands down, my favorite.
Goofy as hell, but amazing. And
Yeah.
that's a lot to live up to. And Brandon Roth totally had like the look, and
Yeah.
I think we don't give him enough credit. I just think the movie was kind of poorly written,
Yeah.
and so his career kind of took a dumper because it's the fanboy thing. It's like what we talked about with Baby Anakin.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
like
God.
it's totally the fanboy curse. So we're hoping that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Next news is things are just getting better for the Merc with the mouth. Because it is official, it has been confirmed officially, Ryan Reynolds is going to be Deadpool. I am super fucking excited.
Yes.
There is no one else who can play him.
Which I do have a Deadpool shirt because I love it. I did really like Ryan Reynolds when he played Deadpool. I forget what
One of
X-Men.
the freaking Wolverine movies that really shouldn't probably
Yeah.
exist. But it was like
he
Origins
did
or
an
something.
excellent job of portraying the the sarcastic side and the overzealous and confident personality, like which Deadpool truly is. And
Yeah.
I think you said that this Deadpool movie is definitely going to point out the mockery that Deadpool shows in his character.
Yeah.
That he knows he's fictional, and he's like, I'm fictional,
and he's
and it's still
constantly-
cool.
And he's constantly breaking that fourth wall. And I hope that they actually are able to show that in the
Yeah.
appropriate way. And the thing is, I really enjoy Ryan Reynolds' brand of humor. I've
Yeah.
actually liked him. Like, I remember watching, like, back in the day when he was on Two Guys, a Girl, and Pizza Place.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah. It was... They ended up shortening the name later, and it became, like, Two Guys and a Girl.
Okay.
And, but essentially, he kind of created the Van Wilder type
Oh yeah. Okay.
in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place because there was,
Gotcha.
it was 3 roommates, and he was kind of the lazy, snarky one.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
he kind of just floated, and he somehow ends up going to, like, med school and becoming, like, a doctor. Because he just wanted, somebody asked him once, well, what do you want to do for a living? And he goes, I want to have a job where I wear pajamas all day. And it ended up becoming a doctor because you get to wear scrubs all day.
Yeah, which are essentially pajamas in a weird way.
Exactly. And,
Which is funny.
and it's funny because he was this kind of the one with the mouth.
Yeah.
And he started the whole, just kind of like, kind of really, like, are you sure about that? You know.
Yeah, he's I like his ability to take things that are a serious thing and make it funny at the same way. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and to me, he was never really that good of a fit for Green Lantern, and it wouldn't have been as bad of a movie if they hadn't CG'd everything, including the mask.
I'll admit I didn't watch it.
I watched parts of it
because
it was hard for me to.
One, I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan, but I know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so disappointed in just the trailer. I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
He wasn't.
I didn't want to ruin it for myself.
I wish, because there's several Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
And I get that they were starting with the first Green Lantern, which is cool. I like it when they start, in progression. But it probably was not the strongest choice they could have made at the time.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother thing that we can get into in a bonus video at another time. Because we're always going to be able to have discussion-y type things.
Debates, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The other news that also just dropped not that long ago is the casting has become official for Suicide Squad.
Yeah!
For those who don't know, Rev, do you want to tell people in layman's terms what Suicide Squad is?
Okay, so Suicide Squad is basically you're a group of villains that you're helping out, even though you're a villain, and you're basically like what's it coined, Frank? Anti-hero.
Yeah. Essentially, it's like anti-hero Avengers with some famous villains from the DC
exactly.
universe. The biggest news from that is that they casted Joker. Now,
you're excited about this?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Because Joker is my favorite villain. And it's not just because he's a Batman villain, it's just because thus far, no matter who's portrayed him, it's been amazing. It's just blown me away in different ways,
Heath Ledger, awesome Joker.
Oh my god,
I
he was amazing.
I wish he wasn't dead.
I think that goes without saying for just about anybody.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was an amazing Joker.
Oh yeah.
The original Joker from the TV show, amazing.
Yeah.
Hamill,
Yeah.
the voice of the Joker when we were growing up, all the way through the cartoons. So it's like kind of funny to have Luke Skywalker find out he's the voice of the Joker. Through everything, including the games.
Yeah.
Until the most recent one.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty stellar. The one thing I would like to note though is Joker was not a member of Suicide Squad.
No, not the original.
So,
I think the original was what 19. Comic was 59, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Something like that.
But rumor has it that, or the common belief is the reason they're bringing Joker in is so that he's already established for when they eventually do a Batfleck film, which is cool. Now, there seems to be a bit of a controversy over who they picked to play Joker. I'm doing my usual, let's not freak the hell out until you see it. Because they picked, they officially casted Jared Leto.
Yeah, now you've said that there's been hate / excitement for Jared Leto.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh my god, because a lot of people haven't really been paying attention to some of the roles that he's been playing. Yeah. All the people are like, oh my god, it's that guy from, freaking My So-Called Life, or why is the lead singer to 30 Seconds to Mars, playing the Joker? There's no way. And they'll look at the picture of him looking kind of like, a 60s headliner / hobo and be like, how is he going to be the Joker? Yeah. And it's like, all right, how about this? Go watch, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yes.
And it's like, watch some of his performances in some of his most current roles. Then come back and talk to me.
Yeah.
He's he has the ability in acting to do a Ledger.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the same. I'm not saying he's going to be the same kind of Joker that Ledger was, because I think you, when we were talking about this off camera, you said you felt Ledger's Joker was so powerful because he was so.
He was vindictive. He's relentless.
He's just relentless.
He did not care. And what I liked about it is, which he presented a weird Joker to me in a sense, is that he didn't care about the money. For him, it was just creating terror and fear, and those was the fun part for him.
For him, it was just the chaos.
He liked that. He believed that the world is chaos, and that chaos is just how it is.
And the funny thing is, like, every Joker we've ever seen throughout, in portrayals outside of the comics, have been different.
Yes. But they all shared the chaos thing. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, at different varying degrees. You know,
take for example, Jack Nicholson. When he's in the, I can't remember what he was in. He's in like a tank or some kind of car, and he's just throwing the money around.
Oh,
and all the crowds are going crazy.
Well, they're doing the parade. He's on
the parade.
The float.
There we go. Yeah.
He's on the float at the end of the movie.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, and that's like a different kind of chaos.
Yeah.
And then you've got Ledger's Joker, which is maniacal chaos. Just like, you know, it's like you will not know anything until you've been through this. And obviously, Leto's going to have to take it a different direction.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm super excited about with the Suicide Squad movie is we finally get to see Harley Quinn on screen.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been waiting for this outside of, like, the animated series.
Yeah.
You know.
For me, Harley Quinn, okay, there's two things. One, I like the guy perspective, is that Harley Quinn...
One of the sexiest villains in...
Oh, God, yes. A lot of... Oh, yeah. I love it. But the most important part I think they do for Harley Quinn is that they capture the sultry / psycho together.
Yep.
That's really who she is.
And I'm wondering, like, how far back they're going to go, because, like, originally, like, she worked at Arkham.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't an inmate.
Yeah.
She was a psychiatrist who happened to be crazy, too. You know, and she ended up falling for Joker.
Kind of like a Scarecrow.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a similar thing. So, but I'm just super excited, because it's like, yes, things are coming together. I hope they don't blow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other people we got going on here, let's see, so we got, you know, Leto as the Joker, and actually Margot Robbie is the person playing Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
She's been in a
beautiful.
few films. I think she can pull off the look.
Yeah.
That traditional look to Harley Quinn.
I just hope she can pull out the psycho.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, there's no way, because you know what? People said that about Michael Keaton as the original Batman, and he killed it.
He did awesome.
People freaked the fuck out when they said, oh, Heath Ledger is gonna be Joker, and everyone's like, what? You know, and it's like
they're all thinking the 10 things they hate about you.
And then they watch the movie and they shut the fuck up. Because guess what? He was one of the best, if not the best, Joker, hands down, done. You know, I mean, he was so into that role it killed him.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm really excited about hands down, probably one of my favorite actors of all time, Will Smith.
Playing Deadshot.
Which is going to be awesome. He did an amazing job with Hancock as a superhero.
I enjoyed that movie. Some of his movies lately have me a little bit worried, but I think he just might be in a rut. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this snaps him out of it.
Yeah.
Because like After Earth sucked.
You didn't.
it was so dry. It was so dry.
I think it was more about the writing.
Yeah, well, wasn't it an M. Night Shyamalan
Because
film?
that whole film was more about the visuals than it was the plot, which unfortunately that doesn't work.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, Tom Hardy is in it. He's playing Rick Flag, who's the leader of Suicide Squad. Anyone who actually was paying attention, Tom Hardy played Bane in the last Batman movie.
I'm going to kill you, Batman.
He's actually a really good actor. It's just
no,
that whole
no,
like.
no. You know what? People made fun of that whole thing, but I actually thought it was cool. I was like, dude, it's
Kind of
awesome.
weird. You know, it works though. Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah. And then we've got Boomerang coming into this, and Enchantress.
Jai Courtney plays Boomerang.
Yep. So, got quite a few people. It's going to be directed by David Ayer. So, who's done some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of excited.
I'm really excited.
They haven't started filming yet or anything. They're still casting and all that crap. So,
working out all the.
we've got a while until they pop with some trailers.
And if you are a fan of Enchantress, it's being played by Cara. How do you pronounce her name? Delavine?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry if I butchered.
I
her
am
name.
way too tired to try and pronounce names right now.
But Enchantress, I think, unfortunately, one of those lackluster characters in comics that was. Could have been more potential, but it was never really.
There's a lot of characters like that.
Yeah, you know.
There's a lot.
I hope they can because this is a pretty big cast.
Mm-hmm.
That they can bring the same awesomeness that was in Avengers with a large cast.
Yeah, ensemble casts, you have to get that chemistry right.
Yeah.
Or one person can blow it just like that.
Yep.
You know, like for example, and I know you're gonna disagree with me on this, but if we go back to Superman, I enjoyed the Man of Steel movie.
Okay.
I gave it on our geek scale, I gave it a solid 8.
Okay.
I probably would have given it a solid 9, except for the fact I could not stand Amy Adams as Lois Lane. And my reasoning is thus, okay? And I'm glad I finally get to discuss this with you, my friend. Okay?
Okay. I like Amy Adams.
My reasoning is thus. Lois Lane is a strong-willed, iconic female character.
Yeah.
Okay? She's not a superhero. She's dating one, but she's not a superhero. But she's still strong. She's the kind of, chick who is like, my boyfriend is so gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
And not gonna put up with stuff. I mean, she's got Superman wrapped around her finger.
Yeah.
That takes a strong woman.
Yeah, that's true.
The strongest scene with Amy Adams in that entire freaking movie
It's the beginning.
is her very first scene when she walks in and she's like, "Can we stop tick measuring now, please?" That's it. After that, her strongest acting for the rest of the movie is this. She's falling through the sky. And that happens like 3-4 times?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, not to mention the fact that I felt like the chemistry between her and Henry Cavill was freaking forced as shit. Like, he had more chemistry with the chick at the end.
Oh.
Who was like winking at him and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he had more chemistry with her.
That's true.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, in other movies, yes, Amy Adams can act.
Yeah.
But I think that this particular character, it just wasn't a good fit for me.
Yeah.
And I'm super bummed that they're bringing her back for Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, but
I hope she's not in it.
I think she will have a very small shadow, and a lot of it will be taken up by Batman and Superman. Ben Affleck's Batman, right?
Yes.
And then
Batfleck.
And then Gavin plays Superman? Something.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I was like flipping letters. Yeah. So
he's a good actor.
I think those two are going to be good, and I think if they minimalize because her Amy Adams in there, because there's not really much room with those two dynamics. I don't know how.
Yeah, there's too much ego in there.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's our movie news
Yep.
for the week. I'm sure we'll have more next week because there's always something going on
Oh, yeah.
between all of these franchises.
It's hard to keep up. We're trying.
We're trying. We're getting our feet wet. So this is a little bit longer of a vid, but that's okay. Hopefully you liked our discussion and our announcements. So go ahead and comment below if there's any movies you want to know about, or Marvel news, DC
Yep.
news, superheroes. If you want to see us discuss certain superheroes or subject matter like that, let us know. Comment, like, subscribe, the huge.
And I did want to say that I think we're at 21 or 22 subscribers right now, which is awesome. I really appreciate all the people
Thank you.
subscribing, because
We love you guys.
we love doing this to entertain, and we also like doing it because it's just fun for us too.
Yep.
So we thank you for your subscriptions and watching our videos.
Yep. So I guess that's it.
All right.
Later,
Bye,
geeks.
geeks.